Good afternoon. It is Monday afternoon, 4 o'clock or 4:30 ish. Going to do a quick meet recap. So I did a meet this weekend, USPA meet. No complaints how it was ran. I think it was ran really well by the meet director and the people there that work for USPA. So no complaints there. Um, the goal of the meet was competitive experience. This was my fourth bench meet I've done with JM. Um, so I'm still learning how to compete and the timing of things and when to start warming up, when to drink my caffeine, what to do the night before the meet to stay calm, the drive to the meet to stay calm. So I use this meet to really pay attention to those things and continue to develop my competitive routine, the things I need to do, and things that set me up to perform at my best when my best is needed, which is on competition day. So that was the main goal. I think I accomplished it. I did learn a few new things. The numbers I hit. The second meet I did with JM, and this is probably back in 2022. I did worked with him, did a couple meets, took a break, time off for various reasons, and then started working with him again last October. Did a meet in March, and now I'm going consistently with him and competing consistently. But anyways, I did a meet at 282 before, and I benched 386. So I was 282.9. Which I wasn't planning on being 282. It just happened that way. And I benched 435. So that's a 49-pound PR at that body weight. And then a 5-pound all-time PR. Before that, my best bench was in my last meet, and that was 430. So now it's at 435. So numbers are good, but that was not the primary concern of this meet. The biggest part of this meet, in my opinion, was the water cut. So I was doing my first ever water cut, which I have 24-hour weigh-ins in the federation that I compete in, and the other federation I'm going to compete in October. 24-hour weigh-ins, so I weigh in Friday morning at 9 o'clock. Meet starts 9 o'clock on Saturday. So I can do a water cut and then reconstitute, put everything back in, and compete on Saturday. So a water cut is getting rid of the fluids out of my body in a 24-hour period so that I can drop down in weight, compete at a weight class, and then gain weight and be higher body weight than other competitors at that weight class unless they water cut too. And then that can give me an advantage that let's say I weigh in at 274, and then the next day I could weigh 293 and put 19 pounds back on. Now I'm 293 in the 275 class. So it's a part of the sport, and it's a good way to get a competitive advantage. So I'm practicing that and did my first one. It was very, very challenging. It was 30 hours, no food. And then I didn't put anything in. And then I drank 2 bottles of magnesium citrate in the afternoon and got rid of everything out of my intestines. So we can have 7 to 13 pounds of weight, chyme, water in our intestines at a time. So I wasn't putting anything in. I was evacuating things. And this was the hardest part by far, was no fluids for 25 hours. So I didn't even have a drop of water or anything for 25 hours. And that was the hardest part of the water cut, not drinking anything. I did do some sweat sessions, probably about 10 of them for 20 to 30 minutes a piece in my car. I'd put on sweats and a hoodie, and I would go sit in my car and sweat. And especially after doing that, a nice ice cold Gatorade sounded very good, but I couldn't have it. So it was tough, but it definitely, I feel like I'm mentally stronger now after completing it. I was supposed to start at 288 and go to 275 and lose 13 pounds. Monday, I weighed 292. So Tuesday, Wednesday, I said I'm going to load up on water and sodium and carbs because I'm going to be getting dehydrated. I might as well load up on it. And Thursday morning, I weighed 300.6. So I gained 8 pounds in 2 days and started my cut at 300.6, lost 17.7 pounds, and went down to 282.9. So I lost more than I was supposed to, which was supposed to be 13, but I started off way higher. And so it was an error, and I learned my lesson, and next time I won't load up like that before the cut. There was a point about midnight when I was like, man, I got 9 hours left till weigh in. I haven't had anything to drink for 15 hours. I'm not really sweating anymore. I'm just getting hot and barely sweating. I'm not going to make the 275 because I started off too high. I might as well just have a Gatorade, right? I'm not. What's the difference if I'm 280 pounds, 285, 290 pounds? Who cares? But then I had to remind myself that I'm telling myself that because I'm uncomfortable and I'm looking for an excuse out of what I committed to do. I committed to do the weight cut, and I wanted an out because I'm not going to make 275 now. What's the point? And the point was to collect data and to complete the weight cut so that next time I go into it, I have data on, I recorded every hour, bowel movements, magnesium citrate, body weight. I was writing everything down to track it, so I was able to collect data. And now I know I can do it. I know I can go 25 hours without drinking any fluids, and while I'm sweating stuff out, I can do it and I can survive. So I fought the urge a few times, didn't cave in, and I ended up doing it, going the full time without drinking the fluids. And at that point, not eating was easy. I wasn't even thinking about food. All I could think about was Gatorade and water and a cold Coca-Cola. The cravings were strong, but I didn't cave into them. So I'm proud of myself for doing that and sticking to it, even though I knew I wasn't going to get the result I wanted. I still stuck to it and saw it through to the end. And I feel mentally tougher because of it now. So it's given me a little bit more confidence. So I'm glad I did not cave in to those feelings, those cravings at the time. I didn't use a diuretic this time either, so that could possibly help next time. But 17.7 pounds in 24 hours in my first water cut, I'll take it. I'm very proud of myself for doing it, and it was a hard thing to do and a new experience, and I saw it through to the end. I didn't quit in the middle of it or give up. So really proud of myself for that. Now I'm going to finish this strength phase, bulking strength phase, and it ends October 25th. It was 14 weeks from last Saturday. I am not going to bench tonight. I was going to, but mentally I'm still not quite there from the water cut and competing. If someone had a gun to my head, I think I could go bench and it might go well, but I don't have a gun to my head. So I'd rather take one more day off today. And then tomorrow night I will bench regardless because I need to get the session in. I only have so many left before my last meet of the year. So going to rest tonight and then back to benching like normal tomorrow. And then after this week, back to benching on Mondays again. So, anyways, yeah, it was a fun meet. I learned a lot and took a lot of good notes. So, now is the final push, and I will be pushing my body weight up. And I'm excited to transition to triples in about 7 weeks, too. That's my favorite part of the whole program is when I get to do my triples and peak for the meet and lift heavy. So on the home stretch now, and I will, I don't know if I'm going to make another talking video for a while, but I don't know. But I'll be back to benching tomorrow, and thank you to you guys who sent me text messages or reached out about my meet. I appreciate it, and I am looking forward to the next meet.
Okay, for Bo, 418.9 pounds on the bar for his first attempt.
Drive it! Easy.
No big deal. Okay, for Bo, 435.4 pounds on the bar for Bo.
Drive it! There you go.
Oh, platform ready.
Come on, let's go.